I guess at the end of the Brothers in Arms tour, it was or you thought it was inevitable that the band was going to break up. What it's what did you see that was going on? And like, well, this is done its run. I mean, you're pretty much the biggest band in the world. Like, all right, we're done. It's over.
You said, Mark. You said you and Mark said it felt obvious to both of you.
Well, yes. I mean, there is a problem when you have an album like Brothers in Arms, in a sense, and it sets a precedent which is difficult to ignore. And I think that certainly, I mean, I felt that, well, apart from being exhausted, I felt that, maybe this was, the moment when, we'd done everything we could possibly do. So it was very unexpected. And, we stayed friends and we hang out together and all the rest of it. And, he's worked on some of my stuff, and we did the Mandela thing. I think, I can't remember what, and we did a lot of Prince's Trust gigs with a lot of other musicians in the late 80s. There was lots of times when we got together, I mean, for charity things and such like. And I wasn't expecting, over lunch one day to be asked to, put the band back together again. Well, not put the band back together again, but actually make another record, because he felt he had songs that we should do, rather than him do on his own. And so we did. And then we went off and did the most extraordinary tour known to man.
But so then why end this then? I mean, if you guys still, the love of the music, you guys are, playing well together, why put it into that?
Well, I think that I think that when you feel you've done everything that is useful you can do with this band, within this unit as it was, and it felt great. It's really good to just leave that as a shape there and say, right, that was that. And I wanted to do something different. I wanted to go back to painting again. And I hung the bass up for, oh my God, about 6 months before somebody said, will you come and play on something? I just wanted to get away from the whole thing. I mean, and I knew that Mark wanted to get into into doing different kinds of music and different things, and I completely appreciated that. And so you grow into a different space in a way, and I think in some ways it's probably kept our friendship alive, the fact that we have stopped that big thing. Yeah, of course we've put the band back together and you can go and sell this and sell that and do everything. But yes, so what? I mean, it's kind of been done. I mean, you've got to be careful. You don't keep doing comeback tours all the time. I don't know how many people I know that have done 6 or 7 the final tour
farewell tours.
Yeah,
farewell tours. I mean, Elton's quite good at that, but
yeah, he is. I get it. Yeah, I guess it is kind of like a painting. Like, all right, well, how do you know you're done with a painting? Like, well, look, I mean, we can't add, I am not going to add any more to this.
That's a very big subject you're talking about.
Oh, okay.
Not being artists, we don't know.
Yeah.
Well, it's interesting when you're done with the song sort of just says, okay, you're finished with me now, that's it. And it's the same way with a painting. The painting, so you have a conversation with the canvas, really, essentially, and it tells you when you're done. And if you go on, then you've ruined it.
Yeah.
We call that a hallucination, when the painting tells you you're done.
Yeah, probably, yeah. But look, one of the reasons why I wanted to write this book, really, I mean, just to get back to that for a moment, is because I wanted to celebrate a friendship. I wanted to celebrate a remarkable kind of moment in musically for not just us, but for everybody who listened to the music, and all those people that worked with us over the years and made this thing happen. Because I don't think people really realize what goes on behind all those, you know, that lovely thing to see people on stage. And I mean, there's so many people you have to sort of recognize and appreciate on the way. And it gave me a chance to say something about him, which he wouldn't say himself as well, because he's a very modest man. He's also an incredibly funny person. I don't know whether you know that, but I think people know he's one of the funniest people I know.